Hi, so we are going to talk about some vocabulary here that's going to be important for this next part. And we are looking at parallel lines with a transversal through them. So if we look up at the top here, we see that we have different sets and we have a line going down through the middle that is the transversal. It passes through two lines, and our lines are parallel, which means they are never going to touch, like train tracks. Okay, they're never going to cross over. They're always going to be running parallel to each other. When we do this, we notice there are 4 angles up at the top, 4 angles down at the bottom, 8 angles total. And we're going to talk about different pairs of angles. And the first is vertical, which we've already learned about one time up above in our slideshow. Vertical angles are across from each other. So in that first picture, we see the yellow and the green across from each other. Those are vertical angles. They are going to be congruent, which means they are the same measurement. So if one's 60, the other one's 60 as well. Your next set is linear pair, and these are 2 angles next to each other, creating a 180 degree line. And then we have alternate interior, alternate exterior, and corresponding. So let's go through 4 of these slides real quick here. Let's see. Okay, so right here we are seeing the linear pair, and a linear pair is any one that make a line. So you can kind of see my cursor here. So 1 and 2 form a line, 2 and 3 make that line, 3 and 4 make a line, 4 and 1. So any of those combinations are going to add up to be 180 degrees. Okay, and I also did the same for the bottom, and I have those pictured for you on the side. So those are linear pairs. They equal 180 when you add them together. Next, we have alternate interior. Okay, so think inside. You can almost think of it like a sandwich, and the inside of your sandwich is the interior. And then we also have that word alternate, meaning on opposite sides of this transversal. So 3 and 5, and then also 4 and 6 are your alternate interior angles. Those angles are also going to be corresponding. So whatever the measurement of angle 3 is, that's going to be the same as angle 5. Okay, whatever 4 is, that's the same as 6. Moving to alternate exterior, these are the ones on the outside. Okay, so 2 and 8, and then 1 and 7, because we have that word alternate, meaning they need to be on opposite sides of that transversal line. Okay, so 2 and 8 are alternate exterior, and 1 and 7. Then we have corresponding. So I like to think of this one as copy paste. So corresponding, think copy and paste. If I copy that first set or that first white box with 1, 3, 4, if I copy it and paste it down below on those same angles, I would notice that 2 and 6 are going to line up on top of each other. Okay? I would notice that 3 and 7 are going to be also on top of each other if I line them up. So we call these corresponding angles, and they are also congruent, meaning they're the same. So 2 is going to be whatever 6 is. 3 is going to be whatever 7 is. And same for 1 and 5. And then same for 4 and 8. We call those corresponding angles. Okay? Let's look at it now. If we looked at it with numbers, you're actually going to only have 2 numbers for all 8 of these angles. Okay? And it's easy kind of to start with the vocab that you know best. Which I would think is going to be my vertical angles. So noticing angles across from each other are going to be the same. So I notice the green 132 is also going to make that vertical angle 132 as well. If I was trying to get that other number, say they only give me 132 in this picture, I could use subtraction from 180 to find that other angle. Okay, because I know the green 132 is next to, you can either look at the yellow or the red, next to that other angle, making them supplementary because they form a line. Okay, so there's lots of different ways that you can look at this. Okay, obviously when we take that those top angles and move it down below, we said corresponding, we're going to get those same answers in those positions. Okay, notice we have alternate interior, so like 48, the yellow 48 with the red 48 in the middle. Okay, and as well as the green and blue 132 in the middle. So a whole bunch of different ways to look at this, lots of vocabulary, and we're going to practice that here when you get to your Kahoot. But go through these, really look at them, see which ones line up, and we'll also have some activities for you to do as well. But hopefully this helps with a little more understanding. Again, there are going to be 8 angles, and there's only going to be 2 different measurements that they all are, okay? If they give you 1, you just have to subtract it from 180 to find the answer for all your other missing angles. All right, talk to you soon.